Bitcoin hits its highest net outflow since the release of the ETF today. We also have Elon Musk breathing a breath of fresh air to hopium for the XRP army. And we also are looking at, is Vladimir Putin ready for peace? Oh, yeah. All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're going to screw me, at least pull my hair.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
$400,000 to $600,000. The generational signals are now.
Your spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
Oh yes, welcome one, welcome all. Ooh, let's get the camera. There's Hannah. Let's get the camera scooted over. I want to capture Nick in the wide shot. We got an eclectic crew today. Whoa! What's up?
Two Pump Crypto Chump gifted 5 membies.
What a G!
Hey.
Absolutely, shout out to that.
Do we need to
Ryan grabbing them. Nice. Thank you very much for that. Two Pump Crypto Chump. What a name! Holy hell! Yeah, but we're all here. I got Eron on the couch. We got Nick soaking wet, absolutely covered in water with no shoes on.
What in the? I just walked by and there's a pair of pants flapping in the wind. What's going on?
Yeah. Well,
he has a fan. I took a video. He has a fan set up and then like a tripod or something with a pair of pants clipped to it, and they're just blowing.
I think,
baby.
That's a C-stand.
These are the famous feet picks from Grindr.
Oh no, you got the
Not
constant.
for free.
Live.
Bro.
Live.
You can't be giving those away. The bull market's almost here,
The dogs
man.
are barking.
I'm feeling generous, all right? Look at these. Look at these.
God.
That's right. You're all done. Put your hands where I can see them.
That means the market's going down. I feel like, you coming on here
Oh my
without
God,
shoes.
Green Day.
Hey, what a shout out to 5 more blockchain basement memberships given out. So got to catch us live. We got the best community, best crew out there. Very highbrow thinkers in the chat. So appreciate every single one of you. God mode, laser face, turd time, Esther, small face, no toe, shake and bake. Nicole Minnis sounds like they had a hoot yesterday. Getting down, but yeah, it's wonderful to be back. Markets obviously have been a little bit chaotic. We'll just do a fresh view if anything's changed since the morning live on Discover. Manta's still holding up there. We talked about it yesterday. It's going to be a performer, but we are warning about the ability to unlock your staked ether in March. We don't have an exact day on when that is, but as of right now, this thing is cooking. You don't have much data to go off by it. But this is one of the hotter new plays that's come about. You have to keep that. Manta
had a little bit of a problem with their bridge.
Yeah, tell me about it. You were in the Discord, right?
I was in their Discord. I'm in the trenches, folks, doing real crypto research. And yeah, some people were sending over massive amounts of Manta, and I was getting stuck on the bridge. And
stuck.
People were freaking out.
That's not well.
Or just at the beginning?
That's not well.
That's
Monday.
Day and a half ago.
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, I think.
Yep.
Interesting to see though. It's definitely been outshining while everything else has been correcting. Definitely captured some eyes. We'll do this again. Oh, what's that? What'd you just do?
Everything is flickering.
Wow. Everything just flickered.
Are we
Let
still
us
up?
know in the chat if we're still live. Everything just went haywire in the studio here.
I'll check.
Probably. Maybe do they plug in another heater? We have heater problems here. We use a lot of power to run this place. But Pyth Network, I did want to give a shout out. It looks like Pyth is looking quite lively. This is the competitor to Chainlink. It's the Solana-based Oracle.
Yeah, I just staked a bunch of that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would recommend
Here, get up on the mic there for you.
Yeah, I just staked quite a bit of this.
Yeah?
Well, all of it. I bought it just to stake it. So you'll get eligible for airdrops, kind of like the TIA one if you stake it. So it's definitely worth holding if you're bullish at all on it. But also, I think it'll do well. It's a Chainlink competitor. So it's pretty much Chainlink's like only competitor.
Yeah.
That's valid.
What do you got, Anna?
Bought it on Coinbase.
I got it on Mexi.
Mexi.
It will definitely come to Coinbase soon, though. I think.
I did get TIA token. I'm looking to get Kepler wallet, and
that's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the TIA token staking on Kepler wallet. Just grabbed a little beginning bag for me on the latest market dip, but things are a little bit chaotic. I'm not trying to get too exposed right now. There is a lot of potential for strong volatility in the markets, as you've seen. We're correcting heavily over the past few weeks here. We did get a glimmer of hope of some really bullish news for crypto coming out. Elon Musk posting this Everything app advertisement, basically just nodding that it is coming. Don't like the colorations. I don't know how to have rainbows and everything, but this is the Everything app that Elon Musk is looking to roll out. And within that, there's a lot of connections that are being called out with some of the founding groups of XRP and Stellar and a new space project. You have the Ripple founder from 2011 to 2013 and also Stellar co-founder to present, Jeb McCaleb, who is also part of Vast. SpaceX is looking to partner with Vast. And obviously we know Elon Musk is heavily into SpaceX. That's his company. So now that we move into this realm where they're looking to roll out a payments platform on the X app. I hate calling it the X app though.
It's Twitter.
Are they going to tell it? Are they going to name it something different?
It's Twitter.
They can't name an Everything X and Everything App X. That's just not going to work. It's not.
Everything apps don't work.
Well, that's true. I mean, in China, they work pretty well for controlling your life and stuff. But, yeah. So, I can see that this gives a little bit of hope for XRP and XLM to be, potentially some of the first to be listed on X when this payments does go live. But, pretty old school projects, pretty large market caps as is. It is exciting to see the potential for, if I could see if the real heat and excitedness about XRP comes back, it could get to, I'm hopeful it can get back to $3. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for $10 out of XRP. I'm just going to say it right now. But if they do get this bullish catalyst actually kick off and they are one of the top 5 to be put into the X app, that gives it good potential for some movement. And you have to think about at least XRP has gotten through a series of hurdles with the SEC as far as what is and is not a security. So it has that going for it. But again, until the escrow is burned or something is done on the higher level of XRP holders, it's going to be a little bit painful watching other projects rip. Like we've seen Pyth waking up well. We've seen a couple projects just absolutely blow people out of the water. And XRP rather, and X, it seems like a good marriage, but I don't think the price action is going to put you much beyond $3.
So Elon's not going to save it.
I don't think Elon's going to save it. No. I mean, it's really, I could see the bullish case or the potential I could see for XRP is like smaller nations potentially trying it out, like really, not the United States.
Javier Milei.
That would be actually a big deal if he did that.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
that would be a big deal.
Remember Elon said they'll do what's most exciting when it comes to X payments. He says the most entertaining outcome is the most likely. What's the most entertaining outcome in this situation?
Dogecoin.
Yeah, it is. That's true. It really is.
How do we feel about the TV over there?
Personally, I love it.
You love it? Well, she sits and looks right at it. So it's
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It's all about her.
Drew, how do you feel about the TV over there?
It's not bad.
If it was on the other side, if it was next to the main TV behind all the cameras.
Yeah, I think that would, but there's not much room back there.
But we have so much space for activities.
We should use the space for activities.
Yeah.
Real quick, Elon.
Yeah, for staking your Pyth, it's definitely go try and find their legit Twitter. Make sure it's the real one. But it's staking.pyth.network. It's X. You stake it with Pyth, with Pyth. It's the actual. It's not like with some third party. It's with their company.
Okay. You should give us a link or let me know. I want to make sure we have the right link for that.
Owen can find it on Twitter and put it in the chat.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I got it.
Hannah's got it.
Yeah, definitely be very careful when you're with your links when you're staking, because if you send your money off to the wrong thing, you're not getting it back.
Dunzo.
We had more outflows, obviously, this morning. Grayscale sent 12,000 Bitcoin to wake us up. Fantastic. But I did like this note, the fact that Bitcoin is holding around this 40K range is pretty damn bullish, right?
Bullish.
There's a lot of sell pressure coming out of this. Now, it'll be interesting to see if the outflows calm down. We also have this, just a quick note, since I got Nick DeMondi down here on the mining side, Swan has entered the Bitcoin mining game. Operations began summer of 23. The mining already supplies 4.5 exahash to the Bitcoin network. That's around 1 of every 100 Bitcoin mined globally. mined by Swan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that there's a lot of concerns about the centralization of those 3 pools. Does this alleviate that? What does this do?
Look. First of all, pull up the Crunchbase on Swan. Crunchbase is going to show you who is their investors, who the investors are. So yeah, the centralization of Bitcoin, everyone's like, oh, we're centralized. Oh, we're decentralized. Centralization is a spectrum. Kind of like some people's sexuality, some people's autism.
I'm not logged in on this here.
It doesn't matter. You should be able to, under 21 investors there. Scroll down.
Let's see here.
Click on the 21.
Ah, there we go.
And at the top,
Okay.
it's blocking it. I can't see it.
Well, we got this. We got
Who does it
unpopular.
say?
Move his face out of the way real quick. We got it.
Move my face, Owen.
All right. So we got Unpopular Ventures.
All right. I like that name of that company.
We got SGH Capital. We got Baron Davis.
Lightning Ventures, Advisory Capital. I need to take a deep dive into these. I don't know any of them, but none of them are BlackRock, State Street, or Vanguard. So that's bullish.
That is. We got to see if they're layered, shell companies of such. But
and so I think this is going to start the great Bitcoin mining arms race.
Yeah, I'd like that to happen.
Swan may have, 1 out of every 100, but I think that's soon going to change as cheaper power becomes more available and more Bitcoin mining infrastructure happens here in the United States.
Yeah.
I'm overall bullish on it. Bitcoin is decentralized. Don't listen to the FUD. I know there's some people that say like, oh, Bitcoin's fully centralized. The ETFs have taken it over. No, BlackRock does not own the hash rate. Okay. Everyone calm down.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's my TED Talk.
I like it though. That's bullish to hear about
very bullish.
the arms race happening outside of these few controlled companies. That's definitely what we need to do, and we need to see an increase of that over the next 5 years to avoid a BlackRock takeover. I think
it's going to happen. China wants in on the pie. A bunch of other people went in on the Bitcoin pie, especially if Bitcoin is hovering over. If we park at $80,000 during the next bear market, right? That's really good profitability.
Absolutely,
very
absolutely.
Very good.
God,
I didn't tell y'all, but when I was in New York, I told Owen yesterday, I was with BlackRock, like asset managers.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? They're
What
like,
did they
I
tell
work
you?
at BlackRock, and I was just like, I'm like in their apartment. I'm like, nice to meet you.
In their apartment?
Literally in their apartment,
God.
like pre-gaming with some BlackRock asset managers. I was like, you guys.
Whoa.
Were you there with BlackRock John?
I don't know who that is.
That's one of our writers.
Oh my God.
BlackRock John. Yeah.
BlackRock's coming out of the gates swinging pretty hard. It's one of the biggest accumulators of these ETFs.
Did you see the clause that they have in their ETF saying that something about a hard fork? They have a clause.
There's warnings about that.
Yeah.
They did have the clause.
They have a clause in their ETF that says, like, if this passes and there's a hard fork, we get to choose which one's like the legitimate one.
For the mining company?
You'll have to look into it more,
Okay.
but it's something that I was like, how they sneak that in there?
Because here's the thing, they don't get to pick.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. And I think what you're talking about, it was, if I remember correctly, they were talking about if it does fork, you lose access to it. It's different product.
Oh, so then there would be like a BSB, like BlackRock
Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be awesome.
know what I mean?
They've tried this before, guys, if you don't know, multiple times.
Yeah,
Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold. Not all of them are actually hard forks. I think only
Litecoin.
Bitcoin Cash was.
And, this is a good visual to show where these,
visuals.
kind of races are. We have the ETF release. We have VanEck at the top, then Fidelity and Bitwise coming up, but then BlackRock just turning up the heat, outpacing quite a few of the other companies that are in the mix right now. See Invesco trying to come up. VanEck actually falling, Hannah. You need to call the devs. They're falling behind.
I got it.
Yeah.
My merch is on the way.
This is the Fidelity stuff. Though. It's interesting to see Fidelity really, and that's the ease of access. I think there's so many accounts that are in Fidelity. So I think Fidelity is going to be one of the better competitors against BlackRock as it sits right now. But it is a fast-moving situation.
I'm sad to see Franklin Templeton not on that list.
Me too. With that profile picture, unbelievable. It's very based. They had Thomas Jefferson with Bitcoin laser eyes immediately, and I was all for it. So that is just noting, and we've seen who's gathering it. BlackRock's obviously outpacing, Fidelity's up there, but we all also have to pay attention to this spot. Bitcoin ETF net outflows have hit their highest level yet on day 9 of trading.
Shocker.
So the 10 funds have seen 3 consecutive days of outflows at 429 million, as that left Grayscale's GBTC fund yesterday. Pretty brutal out there. If we really, don't have to dive too into that, I'm really thinking that this is more, relevant is when does it end? When does the dumping end out of GBTC?
Yeah, I heard the smart guys on Twitter Spaces this morning talking about how this GBTC, Grayscale, not lowering their fees.
Yeah.
And just assuming everyone was going to stick around.
Right.
Has been the biggest financial blunder of like the last 50 years.
Yeah, they saw the fee war kick off. There was a week where every fund manager was undercutting each other on the fees. Grayscale didn't budge, but then also they had the incentive, and you made a great note about remember where we saw a 49% discount on Bitcoin at the lows. People were getting Bitcoin. What was it like at the low of the market? I feel like we were talking about GBTC being actually purchased for $9,000 to $10,000 a share.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a big difference from where it is right now.
I hate
How
that.
do you guys feel about the Bitwise showing their address, their wallet address?
I like the transparency.
Yep.
I did see that, and that's what we're hoping out of. It's soon. A lot of these CoinGlass notifications I get like every single day. I have CoinGlass, and my phone gets slammed with thousands of Bitcoin entering Coinbase from random unknown wallets. I'd like those to be labeled autonomously. It should be pretty transparent information.
On the
Do you think
blockchain.
people will follow suit, or it'll end up? I saw a tweet from like the British toddler, I think, and he said that it was going to turn out bad. Like it wasn't going to be good long term. But I was thinking it's a good thing, and everybody needs to.
They'll all get found eventually.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, they will. Kyle Otto is butthurt for some reason, and we were talking about the hard forks.
Oh, yeah.
There was Euron said there was like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
What's going on?
These,
Bitcoin
these
Cash,
were
not
like
that
4
great.
years, 5, 7 years ago.
They're bouncing
a long
around the
time
topics.
ago.
Didn't even know there were a ton of hard forks. We literally, Euron said that.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Next.
Oh, it's like what Bitcoin Cash is. You know what I mean? It's
BSV, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, BCH.
let's see where Bitcoin
That is
BCH.
Bitcoin Cash.
I want to see BCH. I want to see where it's at right now.
BSV. BCH, BSV, Bitcoin Gold,
Bitcoin Diamond.
Bitcoin
Look at
Diamond,
This looks like a mess.
Dogecoin, Litecoin, Ravencoin.
Yeah, there's been a couple forks here.
Cash.
Here's an example: Bitcoin Cash, not great.
Very
okay?
popular in Japan.
Yeah,
Extremely popular in Japan.
This graph
And these
does
will
not
pump
spark joy.
again. Interesting
will.
enough, there's a lot of like the people,
Pump
like
up
your
to where,
parents who
though?
are in crypto.
Doesn't in my mind this looks like a
When
diminishing
these start
returns.
pumping, you know
That's
that.
the top.
Well, yeah, or it's starting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mania is here when those start pumping because it's people coming in that are getting bad advice, and it's people who are like, "Oh,
But then
Bitcoin
they're
Cash."
holding old bags. You know what I mean? They're holding
Yes.
old bags. Or
But like when Litecoin goes up 300%,
That's when you know. Oh wow, retail's here. The normies are in.
oh my God. Yes, hard forks have happened.
I like Litecoin. Actually.
Speaking of hard forks, we got a potential hard fork in the United States brewing down in Texas. But before we get there, there's just a fiscal reason why we're ending up in the situation we are beyond the unchecked immigration. If this chart in the government interest expense scares you, buy Bitcoin. This is from Caleb Franzen. This is the federal government current expenditures on interest payments in particular. And this is the result of Fed tightening, trying to stop inflation, yet having an absolute beastly pile of debts to sit on top of. So as that interest goes up, we get hosed, and my children and their children's children are at risk of having to pay for this, which diminished quality of life, less purchasing power, et cetera, et cetera. So, that's why we're in Bitcoin. But now we're moving on here. Oh, this is just important to note. We do have a day. We have 47 days left until the official end of the BTFP program, the Bank Term Funding Program. This is the Band-Aid over a bullet wound.
Yeah.
And this is going to come to an end 47 days from now. Again, you're going to see smaller and regional banks that are not credit unions going insolvent because they're over leveraged to commercial real estate, like we've been talking about.
Should we do a bingo board?
We should. I used to have one. I had it up.
A banking bingo board.
Yeah, and I was thinking Charles Schwab, Citibank.
That's my bank.
You have Charles
I
Schwab?
have Charles Schwab. They're at the top of the body pile.
Yeah, they are definitely sitting at risk. So, some further reasons why I continuously scream about the potential power of Bitcoin saving us from an internal collapse. Now, something interesting to note is that this ending of the BTFP was also overnight. The Feds, put out some releases essentially calling out the arbitrage that's been happening with banks taking these loans at these emergency low levels, realizing it's simple arbitrage.
Yeah.
And then they have to jackknife the rates back up to exactly where they are right now across the board. So basically it's dead as of today. It's just the official end comes in 47 days from now. So, yeah. So this is unraveling on the underscope. You expect to see more security guards kicking people out of bank lobbies as people wander around furious.
I'm just making some more money on my Solana phone.
Good thing I drained my entire bank account for crypto.
That's a really good thing. Speaking of banks, Nick, well, how did it go? You came back shoeless.
Not well.
Not well.
Yeah, not well.
Not well. Okay.
Took a shoe.
Look, let's just say the banks are predatory. They do not have your best interest at heart. Yeah, so this is a sad day.
It's a sad day.
In the dictatorship. I really, really don't like TradFi. So yeah, like at this point, you should be collecting banks, kind of like Pokemon. Don't have all of your money in one bank.
Yeah.
I don't care if they say they're FDIC insured. All that could go away. If it's not a checking or savings account, it probably isn't FDIC insured. Like if you have a safe deposit box, it's not FDIC insured. All that other stuff. So you should have multiple banks right now. You should have a credit union.
In
credit
multiple
unions,
countries too, probably. In multiple countries.
If you can get a bank's, that's why I'm getting my Palau ID to try and get another.
I think there's some countries that you can get banks and you don't need citizenship and stuff.
That's true. You pay. You pay.
Yeah.
If you are looking to stay in the U.S., I'd recommend a credit union, though. Credit unions are, they're outside of this massive chaos.
Are they?
Yes.
You think?
You know something?
Yes.
Let me know.
But
what's wrong?
They are hedged in what 5 years ago was considered low risk assets, primarily commercial real estate.
Oh, Craig.
So, one of my credit unions, they've got a pretty big allocation of commercial real estate debt. So I'm like, fuck.
Why can't we have nice things? And we're thinking about this, just looking for places to connect to crypto purchases. Basically, we're not even trying to live in the bank account.
And a lot of them now are straight up forcing you. I gotta scoot over. They're telling you. You cannot connect your account to a crypto exchange.
I had many people reach out to me this week that have had trouble reconnecting or getting unlinked. During the dip, I had to call my bank twice on the way to work to get the account reconnected to my bank account. For some reason, they unlinked me. Did a bunch of verification, got back on, thank God. Finally got my render bag.
Good.
You know what I mean? Just the start of it.
Well done.
And then Celestia and just a little bit more chain link.
How much render are you trying to get?
Oh, God. It'd be nice to, I'd like to go get to the bull run before the halving. I'd like to have around 500 of them.
500.
That's all I can't shoot for. This is the dangerous thoughts that I have in my mind, is taking all the gains that I have out of AVAX, Chainlink, and ICP, and then rolling it into something else that's extra down in comparison to those. You know what I mean? Yep. Or do I hold them because they've been such strong performers in the early portion of the bull market kicking off? It's a double-edged sword.
Just see what portion, whoever climbs higher the fastest. Yeah. Take profits and roll it into the other one.
Yeah, it's a tough call. It's a good problem to have, Good to be in crypto and have some profits to talk about while the whole world's falling apart. We have this on the Red Sea. Just a quick note, shipping cost rising aggressively amid the Red Sea squeeze. The thing to note about is the velocity of the increase as of January 24th. So expect higher freight cost inflation to continue from macroeconomic and geopolitical tensions.
Yay.
Fun stuff. Now,
talking about the hard fork? Hell yeah.
This is it.
Hell yeah, baby.
I know.
This is not a good thing.
This is awesome.
I am erect. So 14 states support Texas border. It's actually more. It's actually more than this. This is as of this morning. We had Arkansas, Florida, Iowa, Idaho, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Gosh, I got.
You knew South Carolina was going to get
Oh
in
yeah,
on that.
you had to. Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. Additionally, we have Georgia in there as well.
Yeah, they just threw in their hat.
Yeah, what worries
Tennessee.
me about this is that channel I was telling you about.
Which one is that?
That Speak the Truth channel. He was saying that, and he's like really connected in that type of thing. He was saying that like all the right wing militias are mobilizing next week, and they are all going down there too as well.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
see
where
no
I'm going.
problem.
We're doing a live show
But-
from Eagle Pass.
Yeah, tensions are at a very time high.
Well,
here.
the cartel started shooting pretty early on
They
to
did,
this
yeah.
build up. We also have a trucker convoy that I did share the link on how to sign up for that. But the trucker convoy compounded with the keepers, compounded
Yeah.
with multiple National Guards.
They have to do
Biden
something,
is
though.
fucked. He has no good choice here. What do you do?
This is the biggest constitutional crisis our country has seen. I think since
It's so bad.
like
It's big. This is a big.
The
this is
civil
since
rights
the Civil War.
movement?
No, this is the Civil
The
War.
more I look
What?
into it, like the videos of what's happening down there, it's appalling. It's like, how has it gotten to this
How
point?
is it
They're
gotten- oh,
just
yeah.
they're literally telling Border Patrol agents that they can't do their jobs or they'll get fired, and they just have to let people walk by them.
And there's a question: is
It's
this
crazy.
a psyop or not? Like,
What are
right?
we
You
doing?
have Greg Abbott is a World Economic Forum
no, okay. I got to push back
connection.
against that.
Give me some, because there's a lot of worries about this.
There is.
Give me
I gotta-
the
Governor?
sauce.
I got to push back.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people that go to the World Economic Forum or were part of the World Economic Forum that are not just the sycophants of the World Economic Forum. Vivek Ramaswamy being one of them.
Yeah.
Javier Milei,
They let Javier speak.
our own governor. Okay. What's his face? Brian Kemp.
Yeah.
He was at. He was there, and it's, like, just because you go to Davos does not mean you are a lizard person. Okay. It pays if you are a influential person, you're a leader. It pays to understand what the globo homo agenda is.
Oh my god!
You know, and people misunderstand me when I say globo homo. Globalist homogenous. Okay, that's globo homo. Globalist homogenous government. Globo homo. They want to know what the globo homos are up to, and there's only one way to do that: is to go into their sexy parties, their eyes wide shut parties, and understand what they're doing. Okay, the Heritage Foundation was at Davos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear this stuff about Greg Abbott. His actions speak far louder than his words. The globo homos do not believe in borders whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was thinking, because it's one of them is a psyop. Either the fact that Abbott's acting like he's helping, or the fact that we have been lulled into thinking that this level of illegal invasion is okay over the past 10 years.
Azerbaijani. There's a guy from Azerbaijan. He was identified. He was talking to a reporter, and he said, reporter said, "Why are you guys here? Why are you guys here?" It was like a group of like 15 military age males, if I'm allowed to say that. Yeah. And this one really tall guy, Arab looking, said, "You're going to know who I am very soon." Yeah. And we're like, what the heck? And they traced his face. He was a prisoner
Just got
of
out
war.
of prison for 12 years.
Yeah, because he's like a fundamentalist, like terrorist. And he's like walking across the border, herp.
Oh my God. And I tend to lean on the fact that the largest psyop has already been played out. The fact that we now have 22 million of these undocumented people, military age males, meandering America, being sent to each city center in droves and being okay with it. That seems like the largest psyop.
It was brought up to me that FDR deported 1 million Americans.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I believe he said it was Japanese, right? Back to Japan.
Yep.
So, and 1 million Americans back then was a lot of the population.
Right.
So I would say, I don't know. I mean, right now, 22 million people would be roughly 8% of the population, right? We could deport them.
With Trump.
We gave them all phones. The NSA sure as shit knows where they are.
Ducey does crypto. You said, I wonder how easy a Canadian could get in the south border. Very easily.
Very.
On these videos I've been watching, there's people from Africa, India, Nepal,
China.
Literally,
Everywhere.
the whole world knows our southern border is wide open, and everyone's coming.
Yep.
Everyone, they just walk right in.
Yep. Border Patrol had a skid steer
They lifted up the concertina
and they
wire
put it under
for
the
them,
razor
yeah.
wire and lifted it up. This is from last year, but this is what they do all the time. They're just walking through. They give you a cell phone and a $3,000 gift card.
Yeah.
And they say, we'll see you in court in 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, if you let these things play out over a decade,
Belgium.
close, but no cigar. What say you, Elon?
New York City.
New York City.
300 or it's 200,000, whatever you want to call them, have entered New York City on buses in the past 3 months. 200,000. They are now taking away EMS, police, and public school funding in New York City to pay for this.
I saw not
They're
one
closing
cop.
schools for
Hang on, our on-the-ground reporter, Hannah Hughes.
It was like a thing that I noticed the whole time I was in New York City. I saw not one cop. I saw
Really?
3 in the subway one time. Like one night, I saw 3 cops in the subway, and other than that, there was none. I was like,
Really?
Where are they hiding now?
I felt
20%.
safe, but
Yeah.
like there's people everywhere. I was like in Atlanta, I see cops everywhere.
20%, I believe. Chat, please fact check me on this. A large percent of the New York City police force quit,
Yeah.
and they cannot hire them.
Yeah. I mean,
So
they had a
I
lot
know
of
chat will come up
requirements.
with the actual
Z
thing.
Fighting Fish got it. It is London, UK.
Whoa!
I was gonna guess London.
yep,
Damn it.
London
So-
has fall. What is going on in this thing? Like,
Yep. So, you can
it was in
ignore
New
things
York.
for
did someone
decades.
draw a cartoon of Muhammad or something?
This is just par for the course, man. I mean, you have the Palestine-Israel thing going on.
But
So,
what, is it a protest? Is that what's actually?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, you can see this kind of picking up steam. This is a throwback to Area 51 raid.
Yeah,
This just came
Bob
across my
from
timeline.
accounting says if you come through the southern border, you get 3,000 for crypto. Yes, and you can 10x that.
Oh my god!
You can make $30,000.
If it's Polygon,
That's more than the stimulus check.
Sorry, Drew.
That's pretty strong. No, I just on this, I actually did work with some of the guards that were hired as contractors to be there ready in case this actually turned into a real situation back in 2019. And the truth is, guys, they were just going to let you on if you actually showed up. They were there for show. That was the official order, to just stand down. If you have actually, thousands of people, whatever, just to stand down. And we're talking about all this problem at the border and the feds looking at the Texas National Guard. We have to keep in mind that the people on the armed military side and on the Fed side, they're people. Their families cannot live in jets. There is a massive movement within those agencies to actually hoist up and protect the Constitution, because it is clearly being eroded at day by day. And now we've seen the Supreme Court try to overbear on Texas. The fight is getting even more real. So it's been pretty amazing to see overnight around 20 states join alongside them. We will also see the trucker convoy showing up shortly, as well as wonderful threepers, as Elon mentioned. But those are the naughty words. That's how we
So,
really, man. So,
Drew,
yes.
what do we do when other states just start disregarding the Supreme Court?
To start disregarding the what?
Supreme
Civil
Court.
War.
Oh, just Supreme Court.
Because there's like a lot of
War.
things that blue states don't like that the Supreme Court just did.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna
What
be.
do we do?
It's gonna be tough. You have to really. I think a third party would be very healthy to hoist up, but that's going to take some time, and it's hard to imagine that red blue kind of dynamic to really go away. Like a third party and
I mean, the
something.
Whigs.
Yeah, like the
Common
Whigs,
sense
something
party
that's
come back.
because the libertarians just argue with each other. They literally,
There are fewer parties more annoying
yeah.
and insipid and absolutely devoid of critical thinking than the Libertarian Party.
Yeah, I mean, I think a third party that's not incessantly just going after each other, nitpicking.
Yeah, guys, I got an idea. Let's make our entire political plank, all of our political theory rest on the fact that children should be able to buy heroin.
Oh my God, I would.
That's what mainstream libertarians are like. Yeah, heroin should be legal for everyone. And I'm like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, they take an inch and they go a mile.
I know.
Oftentimes,
Not all of
Shut
them.
up.
But yeah,
I know.
it's not too far
We need
off.
way better. There's no original thought in the Libertarian Party right now. Sorry.
It's true. There needs to be something.
It is a libertarian stance, tickle
And it
bitties.
can't
I've
be a
heard it.
patriot movement because that's all feds. That's
know.
all those like neo-Nazi people that
Yeah.
show up randomly. So it's a tough
Like
situation.
age of consent? I don't know.
Yeah.
You can just let other cultures decide. Like, no, there needs to be an age of consent, you mother effer.
Speaking of consent, I love your T-shirt there. Wearing one of my favorite T-shirts. You gave me one of them. Let's give a close-up on that. The United States of America.
Do as you are told.
Yeah.
I got this off of TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok shop.
No, you
TikTok
did
shop?
not.
TikTok shop.
Really? They're selling that based-ass
They're selling,
material over there?
Yeah, fly by night, baby.
Unbelievable. Well,
All drugs should be legal. Josh, you're the problem. Sorry, Glenn.
SEC has delayed the grayscale spot Ethereum ETF. So they're opening up public comments and just trying to push this back a little bit more. I would be absolutely shocked if we did see an Ethereum ETF approved within this year.
Oh, really? Some people are calling for June.
I know a lot of people are calling for June. It's just...
I think it'll happen.
It took us so long to get here with Bitcoin. I mean, Hester Peirce is like, no, we won't take as long as it took last time.
I think another one might come before the ETH one, actually.
Which one do you think will come first? You tailed
I'm
off
hoping
there.
it's Chainlink.
You're hoping it's Chainlink.
Chainlink or Solana, I think, could happen because there's
no way
a lot
they
of
would do those. I don't think they would do those
definitely.
first.
Solana only because so much money is wrapped up in them with big players, but also because like Chainlink is definitely not a security because it's a product.
That's a good point.
Stuff.
I like that point.
And then Ethereum,
That's a good point.
There's a lot of arguments you could argue that Ethereum definitely probably like it has a. It's not, but I mean it could. I could much more easily see them improving Chainlink.
I mean, listen, I don't hate your position. I'm an absolute Chainlink maximalist.
Yeah, it would be great.
I know you are.
Yeah,
it's scary how much you talk about Chainlink.
It's pretty. I got to hold back all the time. So we have some just update from DeFi movements this week. Frax Finance launching its Frax bonds. Watching Arbitrum introduce that Orbit expansion program. Another thing, Avalanche Foundation provided Struct Finance with $1 million. I see just a lot of these brand new companies coming up. Very, very small.
Avalanche
firms
Rush. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So, Avalanche still bullish on. Conflux, I've always been interested in Conflux. I'm not in it or anything
Chinese
like that.
Ethereum.
Yes, it is Chinese Ethereum. Maybe that's the reason why I held off on it. You know what I mean?
should probably buy some of that.
No.
Hey, I don't care what country made it. I'll make money off of them.
No, I just don't think it's going to do anything cool.
China is obsessed with crypto right now. Have you seen the videos of the Chinese grandmas learning how to trade BRC20s?
Yes,
it's
I
crazy.
have. We
they
showed
have
that on Facebook.
They have like whole cafeterias of them teaching Chinese grandmas how.
BRC20s?
Yeah. Like
Wait, that's so cute.
It's in ordinals. China is big, and
What
its
did
fans
Rudy
there.
Wertheimer
And it's big.
do
It's
to this
because
space?
their stock market
attack.
is doing horrible.
Oh, well, yeah, I know.
It's literally very, very bad.
Oh, yeah.
So they're turning to crypto.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, we've been covering the thing about the Chinese economy collapsing and an India uprising. I've been talking about that as a potential spark for China to actually want to capture Taiwan and expand its material and production capability by actually taking full ownership of Taiwan for the semiconductor market to corner that market, try to regain dominance. That's just a theory, a wild theory I have. Who's the new guy? Who are
Ryan,
you? Iran.
introduce yourself. Iran.
Iran. They need to know
How's
who
it
you
going?
are.
I'm Aaron. I used to work here.
Now you work here again.
And now,
you just
but
showed
I
up
still
again.
work in crypto. I work for a company called NFT Pay.
NFT Pay?
I've worked full time in crypto for like 3.5 years, 4 years.
And you own an FJ.
I do.
Are you going paintballing with us?
I am.
Yes.
Dang, man.
You should come too, Nick. Come on.
I know.
We should all go paintballing.
I know. I have a feeling my kids are going to be throwing up all weekend.
Really?
Oh no,
It's
they're
continuing.
Indie Halo said, "Isn't crypto still banned in China, or at least the mining?" I saw a
It
video
is.
by Crypto T. It's really old, but she was talking about how China banned mining for their citizens, but then she thought that the government was actually mining.
Oh, for sure.
They banned it because the rate of Bitcoins that were mined went up. So that's fact.
Well, and there's also something important to keep in mind. Okay, so Hong Kong is the financial hub of China, and it's allowed there, right?
Yep.
They allow it within the confines of Hong. It's like District 1.
It
And
is
then the
District
rest of everything else is District 12 or 13 or whatever you want to call it. But Hong Kong, has a ban still in place for the mainland of it, but the haves in Hong Kong can
They
trade it.
definitely, because I've worked with a bunch of companies that are in Hong Kong, but then I guess they're just based there.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the CCP doesn't have a problem with you outsourcing your company,
right,
and then bringing money back.
Exactly.
So
exactly. It's a little roundabout way for them. You know what I mean? They're still in the game, and in my opinion, they're playing 6D chess with the tops and lows of the market to actually, get their people in the green, rather than banning it when it's at the lows and then opening it up when it's at the highs. So interesting kind of stuff to think about in the back of your head. Now we have this. This is an absolute shit show. This SavMe token. Looks like Ape Terminal came out. It looks like Ape Terminal's blaming Mac and BTC. They're essentially blaming each other for this big sell-off on Satoshi VM. Okay. And this was that product. There was a lot of controversy because of influencers.
The coordinated pump.
Yes,
that
the coordinated
I was
pump.
Talking about on Friday.
Yes, exactly. And so, you're back on the show. I wanted to have you, see this.
I follow this guy who only has like 500 subscribers, and he's been calling them out since the moment they did it.
Really?
And then I saw I bought into this, and then I watched like 2 more videos, and I kept watching it, and I was like, I'm gonna get out of this.
Yeah.
So basically, that guy Mac apparently rugged like 20 mil.
20 million?
Yeah, and is on a beach somewhere, and he's just posting pictures of his girl's butt on the beach.
Well,
but he's anon too. Here's my number one tip in crypto. Don't ever invest in an anon project, no matter what it is.
They don't worry about it. If they leave and screw everyone over.
Also, if your project founder has a tattoo of the project on his body,
that's a good signal too.
Huge sell signal.
Big signal there. So this is the red candles they're talking about. Very new project. Very sad graph. Someone call the devs. I don't think they'll answer.
I am heavily over.
Oh, it's at 5.
It's 470.
It's not that bad.
470 right now. 478. It's down by 60% on the day.
That's not great.
It's not great.
I heard also their white paper is a copy of Scroll.
That makes me so pissed off when I read a white paper that's been copied and pasted. That nothing pisses me off more than seeing that laziness within those. Now we have this guy who spent $2.1 million in Tether to buy 193,000 of these tokens. Was also fish attacked 20 minutes ago. So think about that. He bought $2.1 million worth of that token that we just looked at, but then he got hacked for it.
Why is it says fake phishing and fake phishing?
Yeah, I mean, there's some phishing links that were sent out.
So he put in his private key or something?
Dude, you got to be careful, man. I'm telling you.
Next, I take back my number one advice. My number one advice is don't ever give anyone, no matter who they are. Yeah.
Your seed phrase. Right. I mean,
give no one your seed.
Yeah. No. So be careful out there. That's just salt in the wound for that guy. And the hacker. The hacker probably turned it into something else that didn't rug immediately, but we'll see. Synthetics, been watching this project.
Bullish.
It's a good project. I like Synthetics.
This news is very bullish.
Right. It's set up to fully unleash Andromeda release, bringing the Synthetics perpetuals to base, and onboarding new traders and liquidity providers by utilizing USDC as a liquidity pool collateral and perps margin alongside a host of new features. I do like seeing this. What's going on? What did I miss?
No.
Someone
Stay focused.
Oh, no. Dude, the chat is just... What have you done? What have you done? Oh, no, Nick.
Manawak +1 Manawak.
Well,
we should have known when Luna was tattooed on Novogratz, wasn't it? It's like a tramp stamp of Luna.
Yeah. I mean, it was on his arm. It was a bicep.
It was on his arm, too? Okay,
Yeah.
so if it's on the arm, that's especially bearish.
That's especially bearish.
Okay. I mean, it's good to note. But yeah, Synthetics, we are watching this one. There's something to note on Base being integrated, though. It's had a pretty low adoption rate compared to other chains as of so far. When compared to layer 1 blockchains like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, and Avalanche, which respectively saw 15.4 million, 10.7 and 5.6, along with 2.5 for Avalanche. 2 million new users. Base's adoption remains on the lower end. Similarly, the case when compared to layer 2 chains like OP and Arbitrum and Polygon. Despite the low rate, Carlos Mercado, a data scientist from Flipside Crypto, thinks
Not afraid of you, Carlos.
You're not afraid of Carlos.
No.
You know, all right. Well, let's keep on moving then. That it is important to remember that Base is barely 6 months old, and I would completely agree
It doesn't
with
have
that.
a coin.
It doesn't have a coin.
People don't want.
Right.
Is it
They
a layer
don't want
one?
no coin.
Well, they're doing an airdrop.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is that verified?
Is that confirmed?
You can trade on Orbiter Finance. I think I'm in that one.
I've seen a lot of hopes for the Base airdrop. You think they're going to have an airdrop for it?
The Base airdrop.
It's Coinbase, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's Base blockchain.
Coinbase, yeah, they're gonna make a lot of money.
Okay.
They're definitely gonna do it.
So you're bullish
I
on
bet
Base.
they'll do it if they think they can get away with it regulatorily.
That's true. And it's Coinbase. They could probably do so. I mean, you know, they've been doing a good job fighting the SEC.
So, maybe they're waiting to squash the SEC. And
Probably.
yeah.
They're probably waiting for
but
that
I
lawsuit
definitely
to go
think
away.
they'll come out with the coin. Like, you can like swap around for like Base ETH on the Orbiter Finance site, and I think that gets you. I've been swapping around like, I don't know, some Twitter thread I followed, but I swapped a bunch of times, and I think I'm eligible for
degeneracy.
the Coinbase airdrop.
The base drop. Yep.
All right, C90 FTW. Hope Nick and
probably be a
DZ
really big
saw
airdrop.
the
I
Waffle
hope
House
the
breaking news in the basement Discord yesterday.
What?
Let me know what. You better find
What
out
happened at
that.
Waffle House?
Yeah.
I was
basement
watching that
Discord?
yesterday, and I wanted to say I haven't gone back to Waffle House in like a year because I went and they charged me a to-go fee, and I said that's it. It's just
That was the
I'm not
last
doing
straw?
it.
Dang.
I'm not
To
doing
go
it.
fee. I'm sorry about that.
Waffle House is goated though.
Yeah.
I wonder
It
if
is good. I love Waffle
friend tech
House.
users will be eligible for Base. I guess it depends how often. And
I've seen something about Friend Tech does get you. I don't know exactly what that does.
because all of the transactions on friend tech were on Base.
Oh, then yeah, it probably does.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely put him in the running, I'd imagine. And that's
We
a
need
pretty
another
interesting
friend
thought.
tech. SoFi, bring back SoFi.
Yeah, we're-
so fun.
That's a pretty good thing to think about. Is like, you know, the Coinbase has this lawsuit still outstanding with the SEC. Legally, you'd probably have to imagine you have to wait for that to be concluded before you do roll out your own token in case it is deemed a security, right? So that is some very that just actually went off in my head when you were mentioning that. So we'll probably end up seeing that after that lawsuit gets locked up. What is this Waffle House stuff?
People are talking about Waffle House,
Yeah,
but I don't know what the problem is.
I love Waffle House. They give the kids the little hats. You know what I mean? I have
know.
one near my house I won't go to because it's, you know, it's just not the right vibe. But, you know, one a little bit closer to Hiram is much better. We had this. We were talking about Pal World yesterday, Hannah and Aaron.
Oh no.
Pokemon
Damn it.
investigating Pal World now.
That was fast.
They're one of
I
the
was
most
gonna
litigious
say-
companies in the world. Just
Yeah, Pokemon. And we were talking about how closely the characters in Pal World resembled to Pokemon. Like,
Did it really?
yeah, they have a Gyarados looking thing that looks exactly like it. You know what I mean? So this is interesting to see it play out. We received many inquiries regarding another company's game released in January 2024. Hopefully we didn't spread this off by mentioning it. The company, Pokemon company, said in a statement it didn't mention the Pal World by name, but there can be no doubt what it is referring to. We have not granted any permission for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in the game. We intend to investigate. So
I mean, there's like, I don't know, Digimon.
there was a lot, right? There's
There's
a lot when it
Digimon.
came
How
out.
can Digimon exist and Pal World can't?
I was like 10 years old when I saw that come out. And I was like, this is the same thing. Is this legal? I remember thinking if it's legal
I
when I was
think
like
they've
a young
also
kid.
gained a lot more IP rights since then.
Yeah. I mean,
But
Pokemon.
I see. They just have
Are
to
all
be careful. I love
miniature
Pokemon
creature
too, but
games a
I've been looking
Pokemon
at that. It looks
ripoff?
cool.
The game looks
It's not
amazing.
crypto, is it?
Not yet, but it was founded by crypto founders.
Yeah, I could
Are
totally
Care
see them
Bears a
making
Pokemon
crypto-
ripoff?
or
Like, I don't,
NFTs or
what is
something.
real anymore?
I was looking at it yesterday and I was thinking, like, how is this gonna work?
Well,
How are
where's
they
the
gonna get
stock?
away with this?
Yeah.
But you're right.
Do you
It's
train
none of-
them? You put them in balls?
Dude, you put them in balls. Yeah,
You do put them in balls?
Put them in balls.
See, that's where they screwed up.
That's where they screwed up.
It should have been a box.
You can't be putting cute animals in balls.
Oh,
It
you
has
can
to
put
be a
people
box,
in
yeah.
balls in
If you
the
put
game.
them in a bag, if you put them in a
diamond.
box.
Something.
But
an
this one has
Ethereum
guns.
logo.
They have
They
guns.
have guns?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, they
Oh, I thought
do.
that was
Look
like
at
an
this sheet.
AI generated thing.
No, they have guns. Like, you
So
know.
there's like actual
That-
cute animal
That's
warfare.
not what it looks
Well, it's
like.
not-
Like
They have
those
guns.
look like
That is-
Pokemon.
They have
I
real,
think that's actually furry.
that is AI put in, but they do have guns, in-game play guns, and they put it in there because it had to appeal to Americans. So
Okay,
that's
yeah.
why they put it in there. But interesting to see this roll down. I think Pal World's going to roll out a token. I think that They're building the huge base first and doing a game the right way, not acting like there's any blockchain incentive or requirements out of it. Just build a game that people like playing, and then put little treasure nuggets here and there in the game. Treasure nuggets, man. It's like Zelda. Its gameplay is just like Zelda, and Zelda has those little, you have to complete some deep mission or go to a cave.
That's how Illuvium is.
Bro,
Illuvium, exactly.
me and Aaron were talking yesterday about how we both pay for RuneScape to this day. We've been paying since we were like children, and it used to be $7. Now it's $12 a month. But
wow, that's probably made
there's
so
a
much
way
money.
that you have to grind, like play the game and make money, and then you can get a bond so that you don't have to pay real money. So you pay in-game money instead of paying real money, but you have to work hard for it. Imagine Palworld does that.
I know.
It's so easy for a game to introduce a token like this, and then it's not necessary. Like, you can pay real money, or you don't have to pay. Like, you can play for free. RuneScape's free, but if you want to play the whole game, you have to pay. Then you can work hard in the game, and you don't have to pay real money. You pay with the token.
So we're talking about like old school RuneScape, like 8-bit graphics.
Yes.
You go to the community hub or whatever it is, the market.
I couldn't beat.
And you can buy a
that?
bond with coins.
You still play that game?
Yes, I'm like,
It's chaos, but it's real.
I will play it for the rest of my life, and I will never beat it because it takes you forever. I'm not that committed, but
I kept on getting killed by like goblins or gremlins or whatever, and I'm like, this game sucks.
No, it's really intricate, and I just don't spend that much time. But like, that's the whole point. You will never, like, most people will never beat that game, but they will spend money on it.
Look at this, Crimson Caravan Company. You don't need crypto to make money on it. It's Arc mixed with Pokemon, but NFTs would be super bullish and easy to integrate. I'm grinding it out right now. And that's the thing, the layout, the process that they're putting this game out and who it's founded by is giving me those underscope feelings. Like, man, this is going to be the sneaky gaming
Axie
token.
Infinity, Smooth Love Potion.
Right. And I remember last market, I was looking at these things. I didn't invest because I was like, those are speculative. I'm in Chainlink, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. I was very, But then I saw some of those gaming things, like these idiotic games in South Korea, just fucking moon. You know what I mean? And I was like, what is happening here? It was all about timing. If you hold those into the bear markets, you get wrecked. But
the South Koreans, they ain't having sex, so they got to do something.
I know, man. You got to figure it out. We do
Negative
have
birth rate.
I have a theory on this. I'll get into. I'll get you guys' opinion on it as well. From Mario Nafal, talking about Putin signaling he's ready for peace talks. According to reports from Bloomberg, Russia has allegedly sent signals to Washington.
Bull crap.
I mean, this is front end.
He just signed something like 2 days ago that said the sale of Alaska was illegitimate.
Was illegal. Doesn't sound like he's backing down.
The guy who said that on the White House staff or whatever, he said, what? It was like a movie scene.
Yeah, I think I know why.
He said, I think I can say for everyone in the American government that he's not getting it back.
Yeah. I think I know why Putin's signaling maybe a little bit of a break or a timeout here, though.
Because their body armor is made out of cardboard, and they're out of money.
Not that.
Their population
because
is
he's watching
old.
too many depressing videos of Russians not
sick?
being able to outrun drones.
No, he's afraid of Trump coming back and eviscerating him in his apartment complex. That's what I think. I think that Trump. Yeah. Remember what he did to that Iranian general? Do you remember how fucking scared all of those people became? And you didn't have any terror attacks for a long time.
A long time
after that happened. I think he sees the orange man on the horizon.
Yeah, there's a Patriot missile with his name on it. But I tell you what, this is classic Russian diplomacy. You fake coming to the table to get your enemy to kind of like spin down operations or pause for a moment. This is classic Russian KGB stuff.
It definitely could be. I think that what I said, I'm still sticking by that. I think that he feels like Trump's coming back, but they're pretty entrenched in Ukraine right now.
Yeah,
like
they're winning.
They're winning
because the Ukrainians have run out of old men. All the young men died into the beginning of last year.
Conscription's going poorly.
Now the old men are all dead. Now they're conscripting women.
Yeah,
it was the last year that they had enough able-bodied men to ever stage a war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're
actually drafting.
There's a recent
mentally handicaed people. There's footage now of Ukrainian soldiers that have Down syndrome.
Yes,
that are in the trenches.
I thought you were talking about Russia.
No, I'm talking about Ukraine.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very, very. It's one of the saddest things I've ever seen.
Bro, look how many people play.
I was talking about it was Russia's last year to ever stage a war.
That could possibly be true too.
Aaron's a level 126
Aaron's
on
like
RuneScape.
maxed out.
Aaron, is that a flex?
I think
it is actually. Yeah, I think that's a flex.
Yes.
Pokemon Park coming to Universal
Still no bitches
Studios. That'd be interesting.
Universal is cool. I
Yeah?
went last year. It was
Where are
so
the pictures
fun.
at?
You went
the
to
pictures at?
Universal? Oh yeah, Owen. We have to talk about. All right, so now we
Wait.
know we're in crypto.
Are we
We're
talking about
making some
bitches?
gains. Owen had some shit go down here,
Bro, Owen, put yourself on camera.
Yeah,
man.
you need to get up on that mic. I need to
show
hear
the
this.
people your face.
So,
Him Ninja.
Owen, first of all, what happened on Tuesday at the foodery? You gotta let the people know this.
So what?
The foodery. Or
You were-
when
were you
got
mukbanging?
close.
Put yourself
No.
on camera.
Yeah.
No, no mukbang, but
No mukbang. It's okay. It's
I'll
okay.
tell the short version of the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I almost had to shoot somebody at Whataburger.
Whoa, bro.
Whataburger?
Yeah.
This is the most Paulding County shit I've
Very
ever
long
heard.
story short. It was actually in Kennesaw.
Yeah.
Even better.
But very long story made short. There was this homeless guy in Whataburger, and he was, he's acting crazy. He's talking to everybody. And he has all this crap laid out everywhere. And I don't know how they let him in the first place, but he's talking everyone's ear off, and then he goes, "Check this out," and he reaches for his waistband, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, it's not a gun." So he says gun, and then reaches for his waistband, and I'm not kidding you. I gotta back up. He pulls out a massage gun out of his pants, like, that big, and he pulls it.
Whoa.
He pulls it out of his pants. So me and
And you didn't fire. You didn't fire.
no, I didn't know. I didn't
Were you
shoot
were
yet.
you packing?
I was.
You're strapped. Hell
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Owen.
He
Plus
stayed
one
strapped.
Owen for being strapped out in public. Hell yeah.
Then he said,
yeah.
he said, keep going.
Keep going.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So then the same guy, me and we were there with like 10 or 15 of my friends, and one of my other friends is also carrying. So I was looking to see if you saw the guy. I'm like,
So
yeah, that's weird.
based.
We saw each other, and we were both keeping an eye on this guy. And maybe like 10 minutes later, he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back." And everyone's okay. He goes to the bathroom, and he's in there for like 5 minutes, and then he comes storming out with what are those?
A
with
ski
like
mask.
like a ski mask on. You can always see his
Why?
back.
What
And he
is the
starts
thing with the
charging
ski
towards
mask?
us. And I literally put my hand, and then I look, and I thought it was about to go down for
Oh,
real.
bro.
And
Then
Then
speaking
he's coming straight at us, and he stops and starts talking again. Just he's just spewing crap.
Yeah.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
But you didn't
Then-
fire. You showed
No,
restraint.
it didn't.
Owen keeps
Yeah,
that
no,
ball
You
You
on
didn't
everyone.
drop him?
I didn't
No,
drop, didn't have
you
to
can't
drop
drop him for that,
But
you know.
yeah, he ended up getting kicked out. I don't know why he was let in there in the first place, but yeah, it was pretty strange.
Very
Dude.
bullish. Very
with
bullish.
the introduction of the pandemic, people in Atlanta started wearing ski masks
Yeah.
to stores.
No, they take advantage
And
of
it's
it.
like these are literally what people would wear to rob banks. And
Yeah.
now you're wearing them to go shopping.
It's not wintertime.
It's really strange. I think that they just got banned, but
Yeah. in Fulton County.
Yeah.
Not in all of Georgia.
yeah, that was a ridiculous. What the hell?
Yeah, that's man. Just hearing Owen tell that story, he showed up just covered in rainwater. He just walked, or you were like walking to school or something. Came in drenched
Yeah,
in
I got
water,
soaked.
just talking about this psycho that he got a little worried about. Now, showing restraint's important. Okay, I know things are going to be insane. Get trained, know how to use it, but
Yes.
also have a smile on your face and one in the chamber. That's a good way to operate. You don't want to further push people into hypertensive situations. Tensions are high right now as things continue to get harder and harder for the lower class. So make sure you are patient.
Drew, you run with one in the pipe?
Oh yeah, only
Oh,
way I
see?
go. But also you can follow Warrior Poet Society if you want the best stuff. But get training. Turn it into something that's just like an appendage on your. It's like having a thumb, and
Yeah,
it's-
that's true.
you got to get real familiar. But yeah, just hearing that story, and you have a python. Owen has a python running amok in his house right now.
Okay, you need to
Yeah,
clarify
that's
that.
Yeah,
It's a literal python.
Oh, okay.
I accidentally let my snake out, and he's lost somewhere in my ceiling.
It's getting worse.
It could be behind my wall. I don't know. Don't know where he is. He's been gone for like 8 days.
Is it like a ball python or Burmese
Yeah, it's a ball python.
Oh, ball python. You'll be fine. A ball python can't kill him.
He's not gonna hurt anybody, but he's like,
I mean
My
that's a
back.
concern.
Are you being serious?
He
ball
is. He's
python?
dead
Yeah, I'm
serious
dead
right
serious,
now.
yeah.
Bro.
This is Owen.
Maybe we should buy Snake.
Lost your snake?
He
You
bought a
have a
rat
runaway
for it.
python?
He
What?
bought a rat and he put it in a box to get the snake
Well, I
to come
feed him a
out.
rat every day or
Yeah.
every
He
2
might
weeks,
be
but
sleeping because it's cold. He might be like, or
Does
a lot
this
of times
mean
he
we buy
doesn't move
snake?
for
I don't
like
know
he doesn't
anything
move for
about
like
snakes.
a week sometimes. So
What is your snake's name?
What is
Benji?
Benji.
Snack.
Benji?
You have
the snake.
Drew's got pictures of him in his Slack.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
If you want to see him. but
Hold on here. Where'd you put
while
it
he pulls
in?
it up, I got
Here you go,
another.
guys.
Where'd
We're
you
all
put
gonna
it?
look at Owen's
Hold
snake
on.
live on stream.
Yeah.
Where'd you put it though?
He even named it.
I just personal messaged you.
Everybody hit
okay,
the
I'm
likes
good.
for your favorite crypto show.
Yeah. This literally is the best show in all of crypto.
I'm still signed in as you on this damn computer,
Son
Nick.
of a flap.
Oh my god, we
man.
can't
Yeah.
show it. It's
This
a
is
pretty
a-
substantial snake.
A buy signal for Sneck.
Guys,
I know.
Friday, when I host a show on Friday tomorrow, we'll all look at Owen's snake live on stream.
Okay.
Yeah, and I might have to buy Sneck just because of the insane story.
Can they sponsor the channel? Just give us free drinks.
Dude, we drink their energy drinks all the time. I have this.
Sneck. Come on, Snack. Just let us put your little logo in the bottom corner so we can say sponsored by Snack.
Yeah.
That's all we want.
And veteran crypto has it best. Stress training is a must. Shooting down a stagnant line on a one-way range doesn't do much good.
Nope.
We are going paintball. I love paintball for the angles. And there's nothing more humbling than getting
Yep, the
dusted by a
pie.
12-year-old.
Pie.
Yeah. But I think that's it. We're going to be, hopping in. I'm going to the gym now. So, going to
done.
send it. What you got, Owen?
I got one more thing. It's
Oh
a
my
really
God.
quick thing.
Okay.
In addition to the weird things that's happened, yesterday at KSU there was not a active,
Pew pew.
yeah, but a armed intruder on campus. So kind
He
of makes you
dusted?
question. He didn't shoot anybody.
And you were not armed on campus because that's not allowed, right, Owen?
No, it
Don't
is
say anything,
allowed.
Keep on moving.
It is allowed.
It is allowed here in Georgia? Thank God. Thank
It is
God.
allowed,
Only-
but it just
Only if you have
makes
your
you
CCW.
wonder, like, if are you
Actually,
prepared
I would
for
imagine. I
something
hope
like
it's
that?
only if you
Yeah.
have your CCW, but I think that's right.
No,
I know for sure.
I kind of doubt that that's right.
No, I
it's
know for
private.
sure it's
We'll find out.
allowed.
Yeah.
No, I went to KSU.
So it's
It's
available.
allowed on
It's
campus.
any public university in the state of Georgia.
Okay.
Just like not
Okay.
in certain common areas. They make it weird. Not in certain common areas like the cafeteria or whatever, and not in a classroom where there's a minor.
Yeah.
Which
You can't eat.
we have an
Yeah.
intern here who's a minor that's in classrooms at KSU. So like I used to be a minor in classrooms, so like you never know when there is one. So it's
Interesting.
weird.
You gotta have a license to carry, and you have to like let your teacher know, but it's
Oh
an
my
anonymous thing.
They changed that
It's
because
really
so many
weird.
students got robbed at Georgia Tech.
Oh.
Georgia Tech made it was first, and it was just Georgia Tech. It was a city ordinance or something,
Yeah.
and then they did this thing.
Wow.
I love it.
Interesting.
Well, just get one. Stay strapped to get clapped. That's what George Washington always said.
They always said it. Literally
yep.
every day.
Every day. We appreciate you guys joining me. I'm excited for your hosting. It's always wonderful chaos.
That'd be amazing.
But thank you everyone in the chat for joining us. Turd Time, Mester, The Deadwood, C90FTW, Bob from Accounting, Gonzo, Lag, Nicole Minus Tater, CCC, Crimson Caravan Company, and Tig Old Biddies. You all are fantastic. If you can, smash the like on this stream and check out our sponsor. The link is in the description. I know it's tax time coming up, and we have a great partner with decrypted.tax.
They're great.
So check out the link in our description, at least 25% off. I'm going to be getting ready to do my taxes on crypto right now.
Smart.
And I'll probably be using them. So, yeah, very good company. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Hopefully we get a little bit of resurgence and the dumping stops on Bitcoin, but that shall be determined. And until next time, we bid you adieu.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.